If you're like many others, when you hear the words improve your SEO, you either roll your eyes at me or you have no idea what I'm talking about. But never fear though, there is no reason to be frustrated by something that's actually fairly easy to work on. No, really, it's easy to improve on your SEO. What's hard is investing that time in your SEO, investing more time in your SEO, and then wait. Yep, just wait. Here's the thing with SEO. There is no magic bullet. There is no one solution that can solve all of these issues. There are multiple pieces to SEO. So the secret sauce for SEO is actually to just invest time and effort and then wait for that to start working while you're investing time and effort into another area of SEO. And then you just keep going. Don't stop ever, because you're never going to be done with SEO. There's never a one and done solution that you can just check a box off and move on. You have to invest time and effort, wait for that to do its thing, but move on to the next piece while you're still continuing to do other things. And then go back to that later on, see how it's working, and then make changes if you need to make changes. Breaking it down, what is SEO? SEO is a fancy way of telling search engines like Google what your website is all about. So it tells them the information that they need to know so that when people type a question into a place like Google, it knows that your website has that information. The only way that Google knows what your website is about is through content. And content can be along the lines of text or video or images, for example, but not just any content, quality content. A little louder for those in the back. Quality content. Quality content just means that the content that you're putting out there is better than any other content on that topic. Search engines then crawl through your website looking for key pieces of data. They give different pages rankings based on the quality of your content, how trustworthy the website is, and the popularity of the site. Here are 3 ways to improve your SEO. Number 1, articles and content-heavy pages. Create articles and write content around questions that your customers have, not what you think they have. That means you're going to have to do some research. What questions are they asking? What problems do they need solved? And how is your product or service going to solve that problem? Remember, people searching Google are asking a question. The search results is what Google thinks the answer could be, and you want your answer to be the best answer. Number 2 is structured data. Code that is in a specific format that search engines can understand is called structured data. Search engines use this code as part of their algorithms and use it to change how the page is displayed in the search results. Have you seen some search results that have reviews, pictures, recipes, in stock, or prices? That's all using structured data. There are literally hundreds of different types of structured data, and not all will apply to you. Number 3 is alt text. Pretend that you're trying to explain to someone what's happening in a photo. They're on the phone, so they can't see it, and you have to use your own words to describe the photo to them so that they can create a picture in their own head of what's happening. This is alt text. Make sure all your images and videos have alt text. It's typically a sentence or 2 that just describes what's happening in the image. Not only does this help with SEO, but it's also essential for web accessibility. Be explicitly inclusive by adding alt text to every image. If you add a new image or replace something or make any changes to it, make sure that you update the alt text as well. Of course, there are many things that you can do to improve your SEO, but let's start with these 3 things first. Do these things really well before you move on to any other strategies. Keep your eye on them, go back and make any changes that you need, wait, be patient, and then do it again.